You asked for more slow cooker recipes and today I am delivering. This is an incredibly delicious dish. It's so simple, it's an instant classic, but on top of everything else, it's got virtually no effort. It's just a bit of vegetable chopping and a bit of meat chopping. It's perfect for weeknights or just for a relaxed, lazy Sunday afternoon. You're going to absolutely love it. It's my beef casserole on the One Pot Chef. Making beef casserole in your slow cooker is one of the simplest and most rewarding recipes you will ever learn. Now this is a very basic version, but what I'm doing is giving you the basic version so you can sort of extend it by adding your own favourites to it as you like. Now first things first, we've got obviously slow cooker crock pot. We're going to throw in one brown onion which I've just chopped up. Lovely, lovely. I'm also adding in some garlic. As per usual, I'm doing it out of the jar. Now, put in as much as you like. I mean, I like a fair bit of garlic, as you all know, so that's going in. I'm also throwing in one large carrot, which I've chopped up. Try to remember when it comes to the vegetables in a slow cooker, the smaller the pieces, the better they cook and the quicker they cook as well. I'm also putting in 3 large potatoes. These potatoes were about the size of a fist, so chuck those in as well. That's looking good already. Next goes in some lovely diced beef. Now I'm using about a ½ kilo of beef, and there's a fair bit of blood in there too, which makes extra flavour. Now, as I said with the vegetables, same as the meat, you've got to have little small chunks in there, that way they will cook nice and evenly and quickly, and they will start to break apart and stuff in the slow cooker, which helps to make this beautiful thick meaty gravy to go with it. The next ingredient is optional, and it is some bacon. Now, as I've told you before, if you don't want to use bacon or if you can't use bacon, you are welcome to omit it. In this case, you can replace it with about a similar amount of mushrooms. But I like to add bacon into these kind of casseroles because they have a nice smoky, salty flavour, which really helps to improve things. I'm also adding in about a cup of tomato paste. Just plop it straight in. Also adding some Worcestershire sauce. Now, I'm not doing an exact measurement. I would say probably about a tablespoon all up. Just sort of give it a splash. I'm also going to add some pepper in as well. Just some freshly cracked pepper. Lovely. And some liquid ingredients now. We're going to put in 4 cups of beef stock. Now, this is where you can divert the recipe slightly. You can use 4 cups of beef stock if you prefer. If you like, you can make that 2 cups of beef stock and 2 cups of red wine. It just depends on your personal taste. Time for our final ingredient. It's not really an ingredient as such. It's some corn flour, about a teaspoon, which I've just mixed into some hot water. I'm just going to pour that in, and you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. Essentially, the corn flour helps to thicken the sauce, and it makes it absolutely amazing. It has no flavour, so don't worry about it having a floury taste or anything, so it'll just meld straight in. So all we're going to do is mix this up now. Now that's pretty much 0 effort, you've got to love that. So lid on. You've got 2 options for cooking. If you're using the low setting, it'll be about 5 to 6 hours. If you're using the high setting, it'll be about 2 to 3 hours. Now just remember, don't take the lid off, just leave it on while it's cooking. Don't feel the overwhelming need to go and stir it or anything like that. It's fine, just leave it alone. Let's see what the results are like. This has been cooking away for a few hours now, so let's take a look. Lid off. Ooh, lots of steam there. Now, look at that lovely meat and vegetables there. The meat has started to break down, so it's beautifully tender. We've got those lovely tender potatoes and carrots. There's a fair amount of sauce, but don't worry because that will actually thicken up as the stew cools down slightly once we turn off the pot. So that's looking fantastic, and that's just ready to serve with some crusty bread. You could serve it with some rice or some pasta. Absolutely amazing. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com, and as always, the ingredients are down below. And until next time, see you later.